Yes, sir. All right, number 17. At the end of his class, Jim walked to his locker. Who can help me find our subordinating conjunction in this one? Caitlin? At the end. Actually, this one's not on your list, so it's a little bit tricky. The word for this one is at, and sometimes that can be a subordinating conjunction, but not all the time, so don't add it to your list, okay? So for this one, at the end of his class is our dependent clause, because if I walked up to you and I said, at the end of his class, well, what about the end of his class? What happened? What did he do? We don't know. That sentence needs some help to be a complete thought. So, at the end of his class, Jim walked to his locker. If I said Jim walked to his locker, you'd know what I was talking about. So let's look at number 18. What is our subordinating conjunction? Tyree. Where? Yes. So what's our dependent clause? Make sure when y'all are looking at your dependent clauses that you're including your subordinating conjunction. It's also a part of the clause. But you're right. Where his coach is waiting is the clause. Liam, can you help me with number 19? What's our... Although. And what's our dependent clause?
Although she had a lot of homework.
Yes. So we'll double underline that. And then what's our our independent clause?
Marie went to the football game.
All right. Who wants to help me with this last one? Okay. Eric, you tell me the subordinating conjunction. Because. And so Mallory, help me finish the rest of this.
Because the weather turns cool.
What is that?
The dependent.
All right. And what's our independent?
Fall is her favorite season.
Fall is the best season. Okay. Great job. I appreciate your participation. Now let's look at this second sheet, okay? This one, you get to use your own creativity. Complete each item by adding the independent clause or a dependent clause. The first one's been completed as an example. So it gives you part of a sentence or a sentence, and then you have to add on what it says in this third column. So for number 1, it says, when the woman paid all of her bills. We already know that when is a subordinating conjunction because of that list. So we know that that's a dependent clause, and we know we have to add an independent clause. Luckily, it tells us on the side to add an independent clause also. So then you come up with your own clause to add. So for this one, she had $1 left over. So use your own creativity to work on this. Okay? We're going to have about 5 minutes. And if you finish early, there is another page on the back that will have to be complete by the next time we see you. Okay? All of the both the second and third page will have to be complete by the next time we see you. Hopefully that wouldn't be the case with this way of business, but yes, that works as an independent clause. hope our air conditioner never breaks. How are you doing? You doing great? Good job, these are supporting any conjunction. Alright guys, about one more minute. Don't worry. You'll just finish it for homework. Alright, so let's go ahead and put that away and I just need you to take out a piece of paper, okay? But before I tell you what we're going to do with that paper, let's look back at these objectives. Do you think you're starting to be able to use independent and dependent clauses in sentences?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Awesome. Do you think you're starting to be able to tell the differences between independent and dependent clauses?
Yes.
Excellent. So guys, we have achieved our goal for the day. So, on this piece of paper, I just want you to write me one sentence with an independent clause and a dependent clause. Okay? Create your own sentence and just raise it up in the air when you're done.